Hello, everybody, and welcome to the third week of Everlost in the Everglades, aka welcome to Marshport. They're big! I'm your game master. I will never get tired of the fact that we made the town's motto, They're big! Welcome. I'm your game master for the afternoon, Jonathan Kenny. And then there's these nerds who don't really have a group name yet. They're like the Goonies, but gay. Um, you can't say I'm wrong. But yeah, last time, we so everybody woke up the next morning, had breakfast, and learned about the terrible dream that um that Sky had. I mean, I say terrible, but it was not the worst thing. It was certainly spooky-ooky though. Finally remembering the DM's voice, though nothing else still, and sharing that knowledge with the rest of the group. The went to, I think, was first stop the train yards. I think it was. Yeah, you had breakfast and then we're like, let's go check out the train yards. Maybe there's something there. Like I think you heard a rumor about. Went there. Um, there weren't any hooligans out and about, except for you. You guys were hooligans because you broke and entered. I guess technically you didn't break; it was already broken, but still entering. And unfortunately, a terrible roll meant that you guys got immediately caught by the guard, who was like, "Listen, it's dangerous. I have to make sure that people don't die out here because then the company has to pay terrible lawsuits, and it's not fun for anyone." Dre got an injury by trying to be sneaky and really just wound up with the rest of the party where they were just worse off with a gash in her shoulder, which got fixed up. And then everybody went to Crockland, not as patrons, but just to talk to a friend of Sue's who gave them some well-meaning advice and essentially their quest, for lack of a better term, that if being in a place and remembering the DM was enough to make them remember his voice, then maybe they should retrace their steps of their childhood and look for places where they had strong memories of the DM and see if maybe that helps them remember him and figure out what's going on. And that is where we left off. That's where we're going to pick up with everybody jumping in the station wagon, except for Dre because Dre's too cool for station wagons, and driving off elsewhere in Marshport.
Smart.
Too cool and smart.
Sue was a fine driver.
Well, it's not your driving skills I'm worried about. It's the car itself. I worked on it.
So it should be fine.
Listen, she ain't a miracle worker.
I did my best.
All right, so what's the plan? Don't all speak up at once.
I think our plan was to go to the pizza place and kind of talk about all of our findings, and then maybe see if that person that they like is there.
Spoilers. Okay, so late lunch, early dinner at Pixels to Glory Arcade and Pizza, and wait for nightfall to have a take two at the train yard. Okay. Quick drive into downtown, find some municipal parking, and make your way over to Pixels to Glory. which is a combination old style arcade and pizza shop.
What a glorious place.
Glorious.
I'm at the combination pizza shop arcade.
It's I think it used to be two separate buildings that were like pushed up against each other, and then the arcade owner bought out the pizza guy and just like knocked down a wall. So it's like there's a very clear delineation between the arcade and the pizza joint. But there's just like you can walk from one to the other now.
Fantastic.
It's a Sunday afternoon. It's pretty busy right now. Kids from every age bracket. There's a couple of young ones playing like what looks like Pac-Man in one corner. One of those like the two-sided ones where one's on the sitting on the chairs. Yeah, like every cabinet is full up right now essentially.
Wow.
What a good sight. What a good sight.
Is it always this busy?
I mean, it's a day, right? Damn. What day is it? Where are we
Sunday.
at? Sunday? Oh yeah. I mean,
Sunday
else?
after church,
yeah.
it's busy.
Exactly. Sunday after church in Florida, all the kids are like some of
Everyone
them are
is
in
out
like
of
their Sunday.
house.
Yeah, some of them are in their Sunday best still. Like they just walked here from church.
Let's go to Cece's
But
Pizza and
others
some-
like
Literally, Sunday after church in Florida is miserable.
this is the only time they get happiness.
Yeah. They just repented. Okay, we're gonna go.
So what are you guys doing?
Is it like lunchtime?
What's our goal?
Are we hungry?
What's our goal?
Oh yeah.
It's like late lunch, early dinner.
We did
Disgusting.
an E. You know, we entered a place illegally. We gotta get some food.
You did a B and E minus the B.
Yeah. We did an E.
Dre's gonna go over to one of the arcade machines and like start checking for quarters that like have fallen. So she's just like going along the row just to see if there's like any loose that people can
Pushing children out of the way.
move. Okay, bye. Move.
You're like going down the line. You get like some pocket change, like maybe like $1 in quarters after like a full row, and then you get to like the last one, and there's this older. You can't even actually tell if it's like a guy or a girl because they are just like they're essentially wearing a cloak, and it is 95 degrees on a summer day in Florida. You can't see their face, any part of their skin is just and just does not move as you like walk up, like ready to look through. You're just playing whatever their game
Move.
is.
And she's just gonna like try and like reach around this person.
No, I don't think so.
What'd you say?
I said no, I don't think so. Thanks.
And then she's gonna try and get to the coin like
Okay,
thing.
you can
Like,
wait your turn, okay?
I don't want to play your stupid game. I'm just trying to look into the coin thing, and she's gonna try
Okay.
again.
Well, let's call it what a might. What is it? Might? Not fight.
Brawn?
Grit. Brawn.
Grit.
Brawn. Yeah, that's the one. Brawn.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and make a brawn. Let's call it a DC 6.
Okay. 6. Exactly.
Okay. They're like jostling back against you, just trying to like finish the game, and then you just hear like that boo, 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 of like whatever they're playing, just like the character dies and just,
Well,
are you
too bad.
happy?
Too bad. Yes, I
No,
am.
you messed up my game. Pay up.
Bye. And she's gonna turn and start walking back.
Sue's been ordering pizza this whole time, so he wasn't even paying attention.
She's like counting the coins in her hand as she walks back over.
Do we see her coming back over?
Yeah, you all see her. I want you to make another brawn check as you feel a shove from behind you.
Oh, beans.
Ten.
Wait. Okay, I was gonna. Well, now any DC that I say is gonna feel.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine.
I can roll again if you would like me to.
Because what's happening is they're specifically going for like your arm with the coins in it.
Yeah.
So it's. I'll say roll again, and because it's such a targeted, it's going to be a higher DC than usual because they're literally trying to shove all of the change that you just gathered out of your hand.
Yeah.
So let's call it a DC 10 and roll again.
Okay. 4.
Cool. Yeah, all the change that you just worked so hard to steal from all of these kids, it's knocked out of your hand and just. And he just reaches down, grabs one of the quarters, and is like, "Thank you."
I have a question.
Yeah.
Would this technically be considered a combat roll or no?
It's not a fight. It's.
Okay. Can I make it a fight?
Do remember that fights can be dangerous and deadly. If you want to start a fight, that's fine.
He shoved me, and so my.
All right, so all of you watch as this cloaked figure shoves Dre, knocks a bunch of quarters out of her hand, and then like reaches down, grabs one, and just does like a, and then starts to walk away. Before you throw a punch, Sky, you recognize this person
Okay.
because you have exchanged many fanzines with them about cyberconvergence before.
Oh, it's Ghost.
It's
Why
Ghost.
am I an idiot? I didn't realize this whole time.
And you just see Dre turn around and just is about to clock this poor fella.
Yeah. Sky's gonna get in the middle of him and go like this. Okay.
Hey, Sky.
Listen. Hi, Ghost. How are you?
I'm fine. Is this your friend?
You have 3 seconds. And I'm
Okay.
just gonna go right through you, explain, and tell him to give my money back.
Your
Ghost.
money. You stole this from all the kids.
1.
Ghost, just do it. Ghost, just do it. Just do it. Ghost.
I
Ghost,
just want
do
one
it.
quarter for the game
Look
that
at me,
she
and he
ruined.
she grabs his coat. Look at me.
When you do that, the cowl falls back, and you see this dark-skinned person with just like trying clearly to look as cool as possible. He looks like 18, 19, wearing a beanie underneath, and just like the cloak, and there's lime green highlights.
Give her back her money. She's been in jail.
Make me a charm roll.
Okay.
Let's call it DC 5.
Okay. Oh, great. I'm gonna fail. 2.
You have any
Nope, no adversity
Adversity
tokens. I'm at 0. We need to sleep.
And it's
It's
not.
one fucking quarter. You want to start a fight over one quarter?
Yes. No. Wait. No. I don't want to start a fight over one
Not you,
quarter.
her.
Start a fight, and then she's gonna go to punch him. Like,
Hey guys!
I don't. How much time is this? Like, would this be enough time, reasonably, for Sue to like walk over, or did you literally only give him like? Was this like a 7-second interaction?
well, while she's talking, she's like waiting, and she's waiting for this guy to see, because she's like, you know, that's like a decent amount of time, I would say. I don't know, but I'm not the DM.
Um,
During that
So-
like chat Would that be enough time for Sue? to
Yeah,
decide?
I think that's reasonable. There you go.
Okay.
There's Ghost.
Sue's gonna walk up behind Dre and he's gonna set a piece of pizza on her fist and just say, "Come on, make pizza, not war."
My God.
Frozen.
Does not know how to react.
He
It's like putting a flower on a cat.
the prophecy.
Hey,
He started it.
hey.
And you can choose to finish it. Not
Yes,
in
that's
the,
what I
wait,
was
no,
about
no,
to
no,
do.
no, that's not what I meant.
Hey, so what if I gave you both a quarter? She fishes out of her pockets and just holds a quarter out to each of them.
Sets it on the pizza.
Yeah. Now everyone's happy.
I'm gonna kick that wizard's ass. Get him out of my face.
He's not a wizard, I don't think. Those aren't real.
He's wearing
Right, he's
stupid
wearing-
wizard clothes.
It is like 90-something degrees outside. He is wearing a beanie.
Exactly,
So-
and you're on his side? You're on
No,
that guy's side?
I'm on your side. I don't want you messing with someone crazy enough to wear a beanie in 95-degree weather. I'm sweating looking at him.
Listen,
I-
you live by the aesthetic, you die by the aesthetic, okay?
I
Guy's
respect
just gonna look at Dre and be like, please don't punch my friend! Please! Please don't punch my friend!
Your friend started it.
No, we didn't!
You literally shoved me first. So
I didn't shove you, I moved you. There's a difference. You came at me and you aimed for what I was carrying.
This guy's gonna put her fists down.
Grabs the pizza and the quarter. Just like bites it.
The quarter of the pizza.
The
Would Dre let Sue lead her away?
Yeah, but the whole time she's like, "Fucking wizard, I'll get you. I'll get you next time. You
Not a
stupid ass
fucking wizard.
Yeah, and you totally could get him. Absolutely. I mean, he'd probably last like 5 seconds because
Yeah.
he cannot be holding it together too well under all that clothing. Like, goddamn, I don't understand.
What was
How
he
he's
wearing?
standing.
What did you say it was?
He's wearing like a straight up duster jacket.
Oh, she's
like-
asking Sue.
Oh,
Oh, I'm so sorry. What did you say?
What is that? What is he wearing?
A beanie
Wizard
and like
shit.
it's like a wizard, like some wizard stuff, you know? I think it's a trench coat.
Wizard
Oh.
shit. God. Have you guys never fucking seen Cyber Convergence before?
I dabbled.
I mean,
What did
it's
she
been a
just say?
while. It's the show.
What are those words she just said?
The show.
I had to resist so hard not to make like 4 Matrix references because Matrix has been out for like 5 years.
it's whatever, Sky. Chooms don't understand.
No, they don't.
I hand him a quarter. You should hydrate, though. It is really hot
The
outside.
fuck did he just call me? What did he just
I
call me?
don't.
Oh my
I
god.
don't know. I think he said. He said
At this point, I think
chum.
you've been dragged
Let's,
far
yeah,
enough. where
no,
you can't
let's-
really
we're
do it.
we're dragging everyone to a table, and we're gonna eat the pizza that.
Hey, I got this month's
Too
zine, Sky. I'll bring the fanzine over. What is it? Tuesday still good for you?
Yep.
All right. And just does like a little nod with the quarter at Dre, and then walks back to the cabinet that he was at. But now another kid has like taken his place. That's like has to reach up to reach the controls, and he's just like,
Aw.
and just they wait.
See, there's your karma right there. You made him have to wait. He knocked your arm down. Now he's got to wait to play his game.
Your wizard
Isn't
friends.
that more satisfying because you're
It's
wasting
not
his
wizard. It's literally the opposite of wizard. It's like futuristic.
time? I
She's
mean,
gonna look at Sue. What's the opposite of a wizard?
Future.
I mean, I think the opposite of a wizard is just science.
Yeah, sci-fi.
Okay, your freaky science friend is a piece of shit.
No, he's not.
Right. Okay. Well.
All right. Well, let's.
I'm gonna eat this
let's-
pizza now.
Yeah, eat the pizza. Eat the pizza. It's good.
There's a pie already, and just start chowing down.
All right. So, What have we learned today, other than that Dre can't climb a fence, and I probably should drink less coffee?
She just squints.
I like that you have a band-aid on, by the way. Was that intentional, or?
Yes. Every time I get hurt, I'm going to add more.
I love it.
So good.
Sky pulls out this, and
Oh.
she flips to the page where she's keeping notes about everything that's going on,
Amazing.
labeled facts.
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 All right, Blue Skies, hit us. What you got?
Okay, so we know that we can't remember anything about the DM.
Mm-hmm.
Except for now I can remember his voice after a dream I had, and after a really good impression of it, so can Ollie. Unless, like, we were in the same room when I woke up and remembered, so maybe it has something to do with proximity rather than the dream I had.
I think it's because you did the impression, though.
Oh, okay, yeah, me too.
You did it for those guys, and they remember it too.
Yeah, so we got the memories we know.
Oh, okay. Now we all have a memory of his voice. So, obviously, if we just keep doing things that make us remember him, maybe memories will come back.
Hmm.
Also, we looked at his dead corpse. I need to rephrase that. We looked at him in the casket and couldn't see his face clearly. That's spooky. I have down here a very important question. Does his mom remember him? We don't have the answer to that. We need to call her.
Did she leave you a phone number? Did I ask that already?
She
know-
she left me a phone number.
Okay.
And, okay, so on that, if,
Great. My Tamagotchi
only
somewhere.
lead we got as far as, like, monsters and spooky stuff is concerned is that one thing I found in the book. And it said that if you get far enough away from it for a certain period of time, you can lose the effects of the monster. I don't know how long the time is, but she has only been gone for about a day. And if she remembers and tries to tell us, are we going to be able to hear it?
Considering you couldn't see the face, probably not. Because, I mean, it was right there.
Yeah. I just wonder about this monster. Is it, like, following us?
I don't know. I feel like we would probably be more aware that we're in danger if something was following us.
We were separated for that whole night. And it can't be in two places at once unless there's multiple monsters.
I don't know.
So what if there's multiple monsters?
Well, that's scary.
Yeah.
Oh,
That is.
you believe in them now?
No.
Not really. But I'll put it down in my book as a possibility, because you never know.
Boy.
No. No. Preparing for multiple monsters if there's only one is probably better than preparing for one, and then it turns out there's more than one.
Yeah, but it just doesn't make sense. I wonder what... I just want to know more about this supposed monster. Because if the monster is around and you don't remember things, but does that mean they're all over the town?
Well, how far
Oh.
away?
What
does
if
that
what if they're like monsters that are like disguised as humans?
Well, we saw the weird CIA guy who looked human, so...
Could be a possibility.
He's secretly the monster.
It would be. That would totally be such a government thing to do.
I mean, that might be why I was wearing a flak jacket to a funeral. Like, oh, hey, this is what the government people wear all the time.
It
Even
was
though this
monsters in a coat. It was 6 monsters in a trench coat.
is monsters in a trench coat.
I'm putting that down. No, it's not a fact. I can't put it down.
Ghost sneezes at the mention of a trench coat.
What have we tried?
Well,
My
well,
Tamagotchi's dead.
what? Can anyone remember other than D&D what we did? I know we were here, but I don't really. I can't really think of anything.
You would help with my mom sometimes. I do remember that.
We rode bikes sometimes.
What about that box we used to sit on?
Oh yeah,
The electrical one?
yeah.
Yeah, the big green one.
So we help Sky's mom up the stairs. We ride a bicycle, and we sit on the green box. And we'll remember things. God, that sounds insane.
It's worth it.
Like, sorry. I'm not meaning to diminish anybody. It's totally worth a shot. It just sounds nuts.
When
You're
the
talking about a
conspiracy theorists.
monster.
I know. It's more fun
We're
to think about a
nuts.
monster than just like, okay, let's go sit down and shoot the breeze. And then all of a sudden we remember what his eyes look like or something.
Maybe.
Well, we're going back to the train yard too, right?
Oh, yeah. We gotta find out if the sad boy was our sad boy.
Do you think they have security at night too?
Probably. But I mean, that was a pretty nice security guard, so maybe the night person's also nice, and maybe they're sleepy or something. I don't know.
There's no such thing as a nice security guard.
He literally I don't know.
I mean, he was pretty nice.
Sure.
Should we all wear dark clothes? And get
I have a lot of
hats?
them if you guys need any.
I don't.
I mean,
everything
yeah,
they
we
have is
probably
kind of
should.
pink.
Are we going on a stealth mission? All right, we can do that. That'd be fun. Sue's gonna get up and go over to the arcade area. Are there any machines where he can't read a name on the high score list?
Ooh.
That's smart. Yeah, that's smart.
I just imagine one of those things where all of a sudden he had like an idea and just like stopped mid-conversation and got up and walked away.
Just walks away without even saying anything to anyone.
Like, ooh, hang on, I need to go check this out.
I
You pull on this thread.
don't think this is really a check, so you just go look. I won't make you roll for it. I think probably not.
Okay.
And in fact, every single game, the number one spot is Ghost. But all the rest are like random initials of kids, and none of them are ones that you don't recognize. Like, there's no weird visual stuff going on.
Okay. So he's gonna go sit back down.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I just had an idea that didn't pan out.
Okay. So, should we?
What was the idea?
Oh, I was gonna go see if any of I didn't recognize any of the names on the high score. Like if I walked by and it was like you could read all of them, but then number 7 was like blah 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 blah. And I was gonna play that game and see if that did anything. But they all looked fine.
Yeah, Ghost is the top scorer on all of them.
Yeah, yes he is.
He's really good at games.
Yeah.
Do you think he knows anything? Now that we've pissed him off?
I don't know. I can't remember if he was friends with the DM. I guess I can ask him.
We should ask.
Okay.
All right, so the two of you get up and you go talk to Ghost.
Sure.
Leaving Dre and Sue alone again.
Dre can't come.
Dre, yeah.
You're welcome.
Sue looks at Dre and he pulls out his cigarettes and just is like, they go outside for a smoke.
You go over to Ghost, who is now playing the cabinet before that he was so rudely evicted from. He doesn't even look over and is like, "What's Stitch, guy?"
Hey, so do you remember the DM that I used to play D&D with?
I remember you talking about him and like the stories that you guys did, the Dungeons and Dragons thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
It seemed fun, but it's not really my thing. But are you asking if like I knew him?
Well, do you remember me talking about him at all? Do you remember what I used to say?
I mean, yeah, I mean, here and there, I mean, most of my brain space is taken up by CC, you know.
Yeah. No, I
But-
get that.
I mean, I feel like you would know better than me, right? Or like,
Well, yeah, I totally would. I was just seeing if, like, you remember, like, if I used to, like, talk about him or whatever.
you gotta be more specific. I don't know what you're searching for right now.
Okay. Did he ever come in here? Like, did you ever see him in here?
I think he was in the same year as you guys, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, and I was a freshman when you guys were seniors, and it's, you know, we had that like the anime club that we met at, and you know, it's I think if you hung out with him as much as you did, I must have seen him.
So you can't remember?
We weren't. I don't think I ever really had a conversation with him. No, just like friend by proximity, you know.
Yeah. Okay. That's all I wanted to know.
Is there a problem? Like, is he missing or?
Oh, he died.
He died?
He kind of like jolts for a second, and then you hear the boo woo woo of
Aw,
the character
shit.
dying, and he's like,
Sorry.
"No, that's okay. So fuck, sorry. I must have sounded really insensitive."
No, it's like totally... It's fine. Well, I mean, it's not fine. It sucks.
No,
But
anything's never fine.
what's weird is that, like, we can't remember him.
Nobody really can.
Nobody can which is crazy, because I was really close to him, and we were all really, I mean, we played D&D with him forever, and like we were friends with him when we were kids, and he never, I don't know, we can't remember even his name. We can't remember what he looks like.
He like puts up a finger to like stop you, and he like presses the button where it's doing like the countdown of like game over, play again, 10, and he just like cuts it off early. It's like over here in the corner,
Okay.
Corner business.
and just like takes you to one of the quiet corners. It's like where the like the janitor's closet is, and it's the only section of the building that isn't just like a cabinet against a wall. And he's like, "Should learn nothing from CC. You don't talk about that kind of stuff in mixed company."
Nobody fucking believes me anyways.
What did I miss in that show?
I believe you.
Huh?
What did I miss?
A
in
lot.
That show? Okay.
Do you remember in the show when like the corporation they convinced everybody that these the new MGs were like these big heroes, but it was just a huge cover up. It was just them trying to make things seem better when it wasn't.
Spoilers. Spoilers.
I listen. There's a lot of fanzines. They like they expand on the world a lot, and one of the things they talk about are amnestics, like these drugs that induce amnesia. Do you think maybe somebody like they junked you up or something like that? Like
All of us?
Was there food at the funeral?
there probably were like an hors d'oeuvres
I
table.
don't think I ate anything though, or drank anything.
I mean,
Like, do you think maybe he got into some shit and like the government is trying to cover something up? Like maybe he saw something he wasn't supposed to?
Oh, I think Sue probably thinks that.
Friend Sue's probably a really
I don't
smart
remember
guy.
anything about him. I literally can't remember like what he used to do for fun or like the only thing I can remember now is his voice because I had a dream about him.
Do the voice.
Okay, it kind of sounded like this a little bit. I don't know, I'm pretty good at it now. I have had a lot of practice.
It's not ringing any bells really, but like I said, I didn't really know him, but I don't know if this sounds like something like you guys stumbled onto something big.
Yeah.
Like
We don't know what to do though. Like we're like I mean, it's like we're at the beginning of this mystery and we have no idea where to go next.
Other than the train yard. Again, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean,
Any ideas? I'm all ears.
the thing about mysteries, I feel like, especially like the ones that in CC, I know I talk about it a lot, but like sometimes just doing stuff will lead you to somewhere where you didn't know. Like if you're trying to just immediately find the problem, you can focus too hard on a problem and you just kind of like zoom in on one aspect of it and you lose the rest of it. Like maybe you need to like expand and don't concentrate on one problem to the exclusively from everything else. You never know when something's going to be like the linchpin of something that maybe you've already seen but you didn't realize was important.
Hey, a follow-up question. Have you seen any weird government guys around?
Yeah, it did actually.
Where?
He was this guy. He looked as bland as could be. Like he had a baseball cap on, shades, like really neat trimmed, and he was wearing like government issue boots. I saw him. He was sniffing around. What's that place you guys always go to? The Chaz's?
The bookstore?
When
Yeah,
did
the
you
bookstore.
see him
It was just last night.
last night. Is Chaz okay?
Or sorry, not last night. This morning.
We gotta go check on him.
Yeah, we
Like,
should
I
check
was-
on Chaz.
I was skipping out on church, and so I was just kind of wandering about downtown,
Hell
and I saw
yeah.
him go in.
Support.
That's good. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. See,
Well, If you
see
have
part
anything...
of this. Do you think maybe he's the one that made you guys forget, or
Kaz?
no?
No,
The
the
government guy.
Government dude.
You could.
All we know is that he was just standing around at the funeral and nobody really knew him.
So he was there yesterday when you realized you'd forgot your friend. That's suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
Like I thought that like the amnestics were usually like injections, but maybe they got like an aerosol version. Who
Oh my
knows?
god. I didn't even think about that.
Just a blow dart.
Okay, well, if you can think of anything else, page me. I've got my pager on me.
Should I? You know what? I got your back.
I knew you. would say.
MG's gotta support other MGs, right?
Yep.
And just like tosses the cowl back on, and just does like a finger guns at you that probably looks cooler in his head than he actually looks, and strides out. And you can almost see him like visibly wilt as just the sun hits him in just the his jacket and cowl, and he just walks right past Dre and Sue, doesn't pay any attention.
Well,
Okay, so he said that the government guy was around Chaz's this morning, so we need to go back there for sure.
Oh, okay.
okay. And she's gonna like stamp out her cigarette and head for her bike.
Is it far away or is it walkable?
It's like 2 blocks away. Two
She's
short
gonna
blocks.
get there way before everyone else.
Bye. Me.
I don't want to find parking again. We're walking. How hard it is to park that damn thing. It's like driving a boat on land.
You guys walk, and just like walk up on it's all of like a minute that Trey's been there waiting for you.
Oh, she didn't wait. She went inside.
But like it's you didn't even lose sight of her. Like she drove off and then just like parked, and you guys could still see her, and then she just walked into Chaz's while you guys just like will power walk a little bit, and you come in, and then you just feel a cat paw hit the back of your head.
Hi, I forgot your name again. Lucifer? Was it Lucifer?
Yes.
Hi, Lucifer.
I'm gonna say it is now. Just purring, and then just does like
Go pet his belly.
immediately just it was a trap.
Yeah.
You can let go. Okay. Mhm.
Yeah, I'll be there in a minute. Oh, it's you guys again.
Oh, good, you're
Come
alive.
back.
I'm glad you're safe.
Were you expecting me not to be alive?
A little.
And he remembers
Anyways,
us. That's
listen.
good.
It's hard to forget my best customers. The amount of people that come here 2 days in a row is numbered only slightly greater than 0.
So about that, there was a government guy in here with his government shoes and a hat.
That's a really weird way to describe someone, but yeah, sure. Why? He a friend of yours?
No. We'd like to talk to him, though. Do you know where he went after this?
No. I mean, he came in. He was asking about. Actually, there's a book that I just sold to you, Sue. The book I sold you last night. He was actually looking for that one. I told him that I already sold it.
All right, we are on the soul. We are in danger.
We're on this. Oh God.
Oh.
Did you tell him that you already sold it to somebody?
What do I look like, a snitch?
Apparently not.
Did he want anything else? What did he sound like?
What do you look like?
Can you do an impression?
Why do you want that?
sounded
Do a,
like this.
do a really good impression.
You're a really good impression. You sounded like this.
When we meet him, he better sound like that.
I don't know. He sounded like those government agents that go through like the voice training so that they all sound exactly the same. No, like vaguely Midwestern.
Do you think you would go to the library next? If you didn't have the book?
I mean, I don't know why he was looking for it. He didn't
Probably the same
strike me
reason.
as like he was looking for it because he wanted to read it. Like he wanted to. I guess I just kind of got the sense that he wanted to get it off the shelf, like it wasn't supposed to be there or something.
Hmm.
If you think that maybe he was looking for it at the library, maybe there's a copy at the library. I don't know.
You should go look. I want to talk to him. Well, I mean, that's a little scary, but we should, right?
Yeah. We gotta track this guy
I
down.
gotta ask why.
Why are we?
You wore a
looking
flak
for
jacket to
him?
a funeral, all right?
I mean, sorry, let me rephrase that. I mean, if you think that something's going on here, which the way that you're being really cagey about how you came in last night, about things that you're forgetting, makes me think that maybe you don't want to put all your cards on the table to the government right away.
It's a good idea.
Cards on the table, but we can at least see what he's about.
I just, in personal, in my interactions with the suits, they don't tend to take being outed very well. I mean, if you think that you can talk around him without being really obvious, then yeah, sure, go for it. But if he thinks that you're onto him and why he's here, you might become a problem rather than just a.
Sue, maybe you could flirt with him and just kind of get a vibe.
What?
You're
What?
Sue
good.
blue screens.
You're good at talking.
So you jump right to flirt. I flirt. Why would I flirt with a government? What?
Yeah, Sue, you should go flirt with that guy.
Yeah.
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 My God. I know you're all gay and you keep forgetting I'm not, but like, damn.
I
A
think I'm the
government
only
person,
one that-
really? You think that would be my type?
I think I'm the only one that's gay here, but I could be wrong. Could be wrong.
Dre's gonna look at Holly.
Holly's looking anywhere else.
Right, no, I mean, okay, yeah, and Holly, I guess. God damn it. Okay, sorry, y'all got me riled up to jump. I thought you did. I know I talk crazy. I got more sense.
I'm not saying you would go for a government person. It's for
Yeah.
reconnaissance.
Be a boring conversation. Like, hey, how's it going, man? It's going well. How are you, citizen? Oh, you know, it's fine. You enjoying the weather? The weather is out.
See, if he says the word citizen instead of something like normal, maybe he's an alien. Those
The
aren't
weather is
real.
specifically average today.
You could
The
find
weather
some
is
stuff.
exactly as predicted.
Or we could.
The weather has very exactly 2.7 degrees from what the meteorologists intended.
Well, okay. I mean, if he was looking for this book, then he might end up looking for us anyway. So why don't we just put a pin in this one and go back to our memories thing?
Okay, I just thought we could like catch him if he was before he leaves. No, it's a we'll go sit on the box. So we.
I mean, this is a democracy. If y'all want me to go flirt with a government agent, I will do it. If
No,
that's what the
it's fine. We
group
can
wants.
go do the memory thing.
How much time do we have before it gets dark?
A few hours still. I mean, time skipping is absolutely a thing if that's what you want to do, but
I think Jazz has a point that we shouldn't just like let this guy know what we're doing if he obviously is interested in the thing that Sue has. God, it's making me nervous.
He's fine, don't worry. It's just because he jumped all the way from the floor up to the top.
Jakey.
He's a.
All right, so you say goodbye to Chaz, and he bids you farewell. And where do you go from here?
Go to the electrical box.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so you're gonna go to the electrical box. So back to Timber Rundown.
Timberman.
And yeah, like the end of the block, it's essentially like a ground transformer where all of the electricity for the block is routed through. And for some reason, we as children decided that was the place to hang out because it was the only thing that stuck out in a bunch of suburban homes. Pull up around the corner, park, and it is late afternoon. So as you go to it, and like if any of you go to like touch it, it is like 120 degrees because it is solid metal.
Nope. Oh boy.
Do we have to sit on
mu-
it? Can we sit near it?
Dre has pants on. She's gonna sit on it.
Yeah, Sky's gonna take off her flannel and lay it across and then sit on it.
Now what?
Kind of array yourselves in the way that you usually did back when you were kids and hanging out. And now I would like all of you to roll a d20 and tell me what you roll.
Ooh. Ooh.
First roll.
17.
That's the D20, right? Yep, okay.
14.
I got a 3.
I got a
What
2.
What did you roll, Quirk?
14.
14. Okay, so Sky, I'd like you. It's not like this strange otherworldly like urge, but just like this moment of you all being here together, a memory comes to mind of a time that you all were here with the DM, and I'd like you to tell us what the story is.
Ooh, putting me on the spot.
A little bit.
Okay, let me think. Okay. I think it's a memory of it was like a family meeting that led to a bit of an argument amongst them about the first time they started having scheduling issues with Dungeons and Dragons. And the DM kind of wanted to get everyone in one place. And this is like as people were starting to, like, Holly was about to move out and stuff like that. So Sky and the DM, I think, were getting nervous about their campaign and where it was going. And so they all got together at the box. And it was a conversation about what they were going to do next with all these changes that kind of led to, like, an argument and a screaming match of Sky, like, getting really upset and just walking away and walking back home, like, mid-conversation.
Yeah, it was not your greatest moment, but the thing that sticks out in your mind as you kind of recount this to everybody that's here, like you remember that time when
Were we all there?
yeah, it was probably the last time that you guys were all together until yesterday. Because then Holly moved away and people went to different high school and Dre got sent to juvie. And none of you can still like remember any of the specifics of the DM in your mind's eye, but Um, but Sky, you remember as you were screaming and walking away, the thing that you remember is the sad look on his face as you walked away, and just not any specifics of the face, but you remember now his hair,
Ooh.
just like the outline of his being, and then his hair as the most obvious feature. This kind of like auburn, not quite brown, not quite red, kind of in between. Um, just kind of like in the distance as you like got as far away and turned around one last time, and you can only see like the most obvious of features, and just like his hair falling down in front of his face, obscuring everything as he just like looked down in frustration and sadness.
What? How long was his hair?
It was actually pretty shortcut. Um, if you give me a second, I'll change his image file and you can see.
Oh.
Bam.
Oh.
Ooh.
We're
Fun.
getting somewhere.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Okay, she'll tell this to all of them in hopes that they remember too.
You describe it, but right now it's still fuzzy in everyone else's memories.
Well, I guess this kind of worked.
So we just have to keep doing this. We just have to remember where these places are.
Hey,
If you look through the notebook again, is anything any clearer?
She takes out the DM's notebook.
I mean, the only thing that really like wasn't clear was his name. And
So we see his handwriting?
yeah, I don't think the handwriting was ever
Well, it
like
just
a
Okay.
got a
problem,
little
but
squirrely at the end of it, right?
yeah.
Oh yeah, the
It wasn't that what he was writing, or
was
at least I could be,
unintelligible.
yeah, it wasn't unintelligible the same way that trying to read his name was. It was just,
He was
it
going
wasn't making
crazy.
sense. It was, he was talking about like the scrawlings of someone trying to describe something indescribable.
Crystal clear. Hmm. Okay. Maybe. Do we have like pictures of us hanging out? Maybe we could go through photo albums that are at home.
I don't remember, but I can check.
I also don't like have a bike anymore to test that out.
And Sky, I want you to add a second counter to your little countdown.
This guy's
What
either
countdown?
gonna die or
I
have a
told
brain
you
blast.
I told you to add a counter at the end of the first session, remember?
I do that?
Yes, you specifically. And now it's up to
Where?
2.
What?
Just
Where?
somewhere.
Okay.
Put it in
Somewhere
the
that
journal.
you'll be able to see it. Yeah, put it in
Okay.
the journal maybe.
Okay. Okay.
And time has started to like creep away from you as you've been recounting the story and everything's coming on, and it's getting pretty close to dusk at this point.
Should we go?
Before we go, I want to go check on my mom.
Okay. Do you have any dark clothes I can borrow?
I have so many dark clothes.
Okay.
It's a fashion. It's one of those montages in an 80s movie where the nerd becomes a pretty girl, except for it's the opposite.
The pretty girl becomes a goth.
Yeah.
It's literally the opposite of what happened in Breakfast
Yeah.
Club.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
You just play Breakfast Club in reverse, and there
Yeah.
you go. That's our this entire game that you've seen
Pink
everything.
Floyd.
There's just like a jump cut where Holly is like, "Do I really need that much makeup around my eyes?" And
Yes.
I feel like a raccoon.
Embrace it.
Cork and raccoons.
All right. Or that was
Gonna
what
look
my
at me and
mom
tell me I'm
said
wrong?
when I had too much eye makeup on. She said, "You look like a raccoon."
Yeah, you go in and check on your mom. She is resting. She's upstairs in her bed reading a book. She has a glass of water, and she's it's maybe not it's not as good as the day it was yesterday, but she's not in like any pain or anything. She's just taking it easy, making sure she doesn't overdo it after having walked around so much yesterday.
Sky's gonna go in there. Well, she'll knock first.
Yeah, it's always a little open.
And she'll walk into the room. Hi, Mom!
Oh, hey, hun.
Question. Do we
Answer.
have any pictures with the burns?
I'm sure we must have some around. I think there might be one on in the living room across from the television.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, of course. Everything okay?
Yeah, totally. Everything's so fine. Don't look at me like that. I might be out late tonight. Is that okay?
Are you gonna be safe? Are you gonna be safe as you possibly can be?
Yes.
Then that's fine. Just let me know if you're gonna be out all night, okay?
Okay, I have my pager. If you need me, just page me, okay?
She just kind of waves her own that's sitting at the bedside at you.
Great.
And you walk to go like finish up with Holly, and your pager goes off.
Hello. She looks at it.
And it just says "Love you" from your mom.
Cute. She'll send a page back that says the same thing.
You ask your mom to stay out late too.
Hey, I asked her because she needs me sometimes. Not because I have a curfew. Loser.
Okay. All right. That's unnecessary.
Actually, as you're like halfway through all of this, you do actually hear the phone ringing.
Don't answer
I'll get it.
Just don't. No, you shouldn't answer it.
Hello?
Oh.
Oh, hello, Sky. How are you? It's Mrs. It's Mrs. Harlow.
Hi, Miss Harlow. How are you?
I'm fine. Is my daughter there?
Yeah, she's right here. Do you want to talk to her?
I would love to talk to Holly.
I mean, she's not here.
Please put Holly on the phone.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi, are we expecting you for dinner tonight?
We
It's getting late.
we
I
ate lunch
was
kind
hoping
of
that you would have
late.
checked in early.
I'm sorry. We've just been catching up. It's been a long time.
I understand that. It's just, I it's not always safe out there, and I want to make sure that you're okay and that we know where you are, because
I'm at Sky's house. Everything's fine. We're doing
well,
makeovers.
you didn't let me know,
I'm
and we were
sorry.
expecting you for dinner.
I don't think I'm gonna be there for dinner. We'll come by tomorrow.
That's what you said yesterday.
We'll come by tomorrow. Really, this time.
Go ahead and make a charm roll.
Aw, beans.
DC 7.
Charm. Okay, well, I have an 8. That's a 3.
This is a planned roll, so if you want to spend adversity tokens, if anyone else wants to help you with adversity tokens,
I don't
you would
know
need.
if I used any of mine. I feel like I remember saying, "Can I use them?" and then you were like, "It wouldn't help."
I think you're right. So I think you have 2. So someone else would also need to contribute 2.
Are Sue and Dre in the house, or are we just chilling outside?
I mean, I assume you're outside, but a planned decision, like you can be there, like to help. The whole
Okay.
point is that like in the amorphous relevance of the plot, you can suddenly be there if it's relevant.
Okay. Yeah, Sue will put one of his adversity tokens in, so I think that puts him down to 1.
Is that Sue in the background?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, ma'am, it is.
All right.
How
So
you doing?
you said you rolled a 3, right?
Yeah, and then I have 2.
And it was a 7. So you did
Need
2.
one
Sue did
more.
1.
Oh, you needed 1. Oh, shit.
And, yeah.
I could use both of mine then.
Okay. So
Yeah,
you're both
okay.
down to 0 adversity tokens. It's like, all right, it's fine. I don't want to take you away from your friends. I know it's been a long time since you've seen them, and I'm sorry. I know this is a really difficult time for you with your friend and everything. We miss you too, you know? And it's been a whole semester since we've seen you, and we also want our time. So
Yeah.
as if you promise that you'll come over for dinner
yeah.
tomorrow, then that's fine.
I wanted to look through some of our old photo albums.
Yeah, of course. Oh my goodness, I can get out the baby pictures. Has Dre seen those?
Okay, you don't need to take those out.
You hear her already like rifling through. It's like,
boy.
I know they're in here somewhere. All right, I'll talk to you later, Holly. Be safe.
Did you just ask if I saw? Did her mom ask if I saw the baby pictures, or is that? Did you mean to say somebody else?
I meant to. Sorry.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
The mom's the alien. She never would have said that.
Confirmed. Got it. We finished. Good job.
Not the juvenile delinquent. No.
I saw they did that in Terminator 2. I got the dog's name wrong.
off by 10 years. All right, so you all get everything together and get ready to go back to the train yard. And as you all take off, we're gonna take a break here, 10 minutes for potty breaks. We'll see you back at 5:30-ish. and welcome back. So, dusk has finally started to fall. Still full of pizza. You make your way over to the train yard. By the time you get there, like it's still light in the sky, but the sun has fully set. What's the plan? Are you gonna
Sleep?
Well, the whole point was to
no,
go
you're
at
not gonna
night.
sleep. You do notice as you pull up that the hole in the fence that you went through earlier has been like they've put like some caution tape in front of it, but they've also like zip tied it shut.
Oh, well, that's
Like a very
annoying.
hasty job to close it up.
All right. Well, Dre.
She pulls out a little switchblade and just tit.
Yeah,
It's a little
perfect.
hot.
Oh. You know, I was gonna. You know what?
Does Holly
No.
say that?
No, she thinks it.
Now, 1-1, Dre versus the fence. If we go kick out a little portion, you can bring that up to a 2-1.
Are we going or what?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna walk through.
Yeah, you walk through the fence again. So you guys are looking for any sign of your friend, essentially, yeah.
Anything like weird?
Do any of you have flashlights? Because, like I said, it is starting to get dark.
I feel like if we were going in the dark, we would think to get a flashlight.
Guy has a whole backpack. Yeah, she has a flashlight.
I'm ready, guys.
Yeah.
You guys are like, how are we
She is
supposed to see?
100
And Sky just like opens the backpack and just like, here's
Yep.
a flashlight, here's a flashlight, here's a flashlight. I got
She,
one
like,
for me.
Yeah. Once she figured out that something hinky was afoot, she packed a little backpack of just in case items. It's a Jansport backpack, a black one.
We should probably be careful about the flashlights if we don't want to get caught.
Do you want to see?
Okay.
You can't see with the moonlight?
Use them sparingly.
Yeah, use them sparingly.
Lamp, I fear.
It's half moon tonight, so there's some light, but it's not a whole lot. If nothing else, they'll be useful when you go into like the train cars themselves, where the light doesn't really hit. Essentially, you're kind of in the yard itself, going without the flashlight. But as soon as you get inside one of the train cars, you can look around. Let's see. You know what? Let's have everyone roll me a d20 again.
Yeah, D20 roll. Let's go.
15
Damn.
this time.
Because this is not like a does it happen? It's a who does it happen to kind of thing.
I got an 18.
Damn.
Wow.
All right, say them all again real quick. Cork,
15.
Danny,
7.
and Jess.
Also 7.
Okay, isn't tight. You two roll again real quick.
Okay.
16.
3.
Okay, so Danny is the lowest and Max is the highest. So you guys don't really spread out, but you kind of like are looking in cars as you're passing them one by one. Max, you Sue, a little bit past where you guys got stopped by the guard earlier. There's one car that kind of sticks out to you because like it has a bunch of graffiti in it. But you notice one of the bits of graffiti is actually of a dice, of a d20. Nerd. I
Nerd.
saw you, Cork. And you decide, well, this is a good place that I need to start, and you kind of take the couple steps up into it. Click on the flashlight. Looks like an old freighter car rather than like a a person car. Words are escaping me already.
I got you. I'm picking up the food now.
Passenger car. And it's like a mess in here. You know, it's clear like all the hooligans in town. Plenty of people have been using this as just like a hangout spot. There's a few boxes around. Yeah, Dre was probably here at some point. There's more tags inside. And there's like a couple of bags that have been left over. There's some like expired Chinese food in one corner that's like it's been there for so long it doesn't even smell anymore. It's just like fossilized. And you're just kind of like looking around, and on one of the walls there's a piece of paper taped up, and just kind of like fluttering in a gentle breeze.
That does not look suspicious at all. As he grabs it.
You just like pull it off, and in like permanent marker, there's like, it's not like 3-hole punch paper. It looks like journal paper that's been ripped out of a journal.
Okay.
And there's no text on it, but there is this sort of crude drawing of. It sort of looks humanoid, but there's too many legs and too many arms, and like the facial features don't all match. Like one of the eyes is bigger than the other, the nose is lopsided, the mouth is kind of like off to the side.
Well, that is freaky. Says that to himself. Does it seem to match the journal, the journal that the DM had?
It might. You would need to go check
Go
with
compare.
Sky.
Awesome. Cool.
As you go over to find Sky, and Holly are, walking about, probably talking to each other, and Dre is off to the side being antisocial. Why don't you tell me, because this isn't something bad happening to Dre, but what does Dre find that is just like not at all relevant to the plot but might be? Like, give me a red herring that Dre finds.
Sorry, I'm thinking. Because she's looking for more than stuff that has to do with their friend.
Sure.
So,
Like an extra pack of cigarettes.
what were some of the other monsters that Sue told her about when she was asking from like the book, or did he only tell her about like the memory monster?
I think I
he told
only
me.
pointed out the one that was relevant, but they were like other things. Why don't you make one up for me?
I don't know, some sort of creature from the Black Lagoon type thing. So like maybe there's just like a
You find
pile
like
of
a pile of seaweed, yeah.
yeah. She's like, this is weird. It shouldn't be here. She's like, oh, it's wet.
It's wet.
Why is there wet seaweed here? And it's like,
so she like grabs it and is like holding onto it.
while those two are doing that, what are Sky and Holly talking about as you guys are searching?
I don't know.
I don't. Do you think maybe you guys can just like come over for dinner to my parents' house tomorrow, and we can look through pictures for our friend.
Because you have to go home.
Maybe.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll come over. Your parents like me.
They do. I hear cats fighting under the trains.
Under the train.
Maybe you guys should stop hissing at each other. Yeah.
What will your parents serve for dinner?
I don't know. There's a good chance it's meatloaf.
I like meatloaf.
Okay. I mean, it's pretty good meatloaf.
And it's about when Dre comes around the corner with just a handful of seaweed.
Look at this fucking thing. You're like,
Where did you get
And
that?
they have
And in
like,
What is
the
that?
dim darkness, it almost looks like a small creature to you guys, just like this hairy creature.
Here's the
Ew.
creature.
look at this. And she's gonna like hold it out.
Cool.
Ollie, look, specifically.
Puts her mouth over her hand over her mouth so she doesn't scream.
What
I
is
just
it?
found this- I don't know. It looks like it's like from the swamp, but like we're like super far. So, and it's like wet for some, and like it was in the middle of a train car, so could be something.
Okay. Great. What are you gonna? How are you gonna keep it?
Well, no, I just like brought it over so that you all could look at it. Holly, you're a doctor. Look inside.
Seaweed doctor? What are you talking about?
Yeah, you like search through people's like bodies and stuff. So like, go on. She, like,
Do,
holds it
do an
out.
autopsy on the seaweed.
No, I don't
Come
think
on.
I will.
Well,
And
you
then-
care
and
about
then
our friend. No,
Sue-
that's fine.
Stu jumps out of the train car nearby with a piece of paper in his hand.
Oh
Jump.
man.
Look at
That
this.
looks like something, actually. Can we see the piece of paper?
Yeah. Check this out. It is. Well, maybe not as freaky as that. Actually, seaweed's pretty freaky. Not gonna lie.
Thank you.
Check this out. And he shines his flashlight at the image so you guys can see. What
It-
he described.
It feels weird looking at it. There's this sort of like uncanny valleyness about it. Like somebody was trying to make a picture of a person, but they'd only heard someone describe a human and just added
Aliens.
too many parts.
Hey, does this? So it looks like it was torn out of something. Does this look like it goes in the journal? was some
Well,
stuff
let's
missing,
check.
right?
And then she takes out the journal, and she flips through to see if it could match.
One of the, not the very last page, but like one of the last pages does look like the tear matches.
Son of a bitch.
Huh. Okay, so he was here.
But what the fuck is that?
No.
I don't know.
It's
But-
anatomically incorrect.
Does it match any of the monsters in that book you have?
I mean, it matches the one, right? Kind of.
I mean, that one doesn't mention multiple limbs, I don't think.
I mean, I don't know. It doesn't, my book didn't mention multiple limbs, but it also mentioned that it's kind of not describable super, so I don't know, it might.
Do you think this has anything to do with it? And she like holds it.
I don't. I do think it is strange that there is wet seaweed over here, though.
That's what I said.
Mm.
Damn.
Sky, while Dre is like presenting this to Sue, you hear a crunch of like gravel nearby.
Ugh. She turns in the direction of the crunch in the gravel.
You see
Government man.
a figure like disappear around the corner of one of the train cars. And the one thing that strikes you about the figure is that they have auburn hair.
She's not gonna say anything, and she's just gonna take off running to the figure.
You run as fast as you can and like turn, like you make the turn so fast you go stumbling, but there's nothing there.
Oh, what the fuck?
What was that about?
I don't know.
We follow?
Yeah, it was-
Sky!
Okay, because she's gonna look around that area.
What did you see?
I
Um,
thought.
Make me actually let's make it a flight check.
Okay.
We'll call it DC 12.
Well. 12! I'm not even kidding!
Way!
Whoa!
You look around and you see like footprints in the gravel. But even as you watch, they kind of like undo themselves. Like the gravel like fills in the space that had just been depressed by someone's foot. And by the time everyone catches up with you, there's nothing left. But you saw it for sure.
Okay, alright. You guys have to believe me when I say this. Put the fucking seaweed down.
Just compacting it into a
She's
baseball.
like digging through it, like, no, just tell us whatever you're saying. I'm busy, but I'm listening.
Pellet.
I'm listening.
Okay. I swear, I just saw the DM.
What?
I know it sounds crazy. But remember when I remembered his hair?
Yeah.
I saw a figure that had his hair. Like for a split second, and then I ran over here, and then I saw footprints, and I followed the footprints for a second, and then the footprints just went away.
So other people do have hair,
Yeah, I know.
and you saw. What are you looking at me like that for, Dre?
Nothing.
Nothing.
So where did he go then?
But you
Which
saw him
direction?
That way.
in the casket, dead.
Yeah.
We actually don't know what we saw in the casket.
Yeah, we couldn't really see what was in the casket. I can
So
only
let's go
assume
up
it
after
was
the guy,
him.
and she's gonna toss the seaweed kind of in Holly's direction, and then
Oh my
start
God.
walking.
You just feel like a
"Right,
light
let's go then."
spray, like a light spray of water hits you. Not the whole thing, but just like a dusting.
That's how
As
Holly
Dre
does
goes
that.
off in the as Dre goes off in the direction that the figure apparently ran away.
Oh,
Hello. Let's
I
go
mean, it's
then.
not there. But
Well, did you keep going?
no, but
Well, then let's keep going. I'm tired of
Okay.
sitting around and talking about shit. And she's gonna like take off.
Okay, Dre goes off. Is everybody else following?
Sue goes off like following Dre,
yeah.
trying to catch
Have a
up to
little
her.
Scooby Doo run through the train yard.
Yeah.
So Holly and Sky are the last ones to follow. Holly, I want you to make a brains check. DC 5. Let's make it 5.
7 + 1. Why do I get a +1? That's a thing. 8?
It's like your background thing.
I have 8.
As like you watch them go off and you take a quick look at Sky before you go. Something's off. And you're finding it hard to focus on Sky's eyes.
Can I grab Sky by the shoulders and like stop running and just stare at her?
You can get as close as you want, but the strangeness doesn't, like, it's like your eyes kind of slide off of hers anytime you try and look too closely.
So Holly is just staring at you like a little freak right now.
Yeah, but what's different?
Why? Your eyes? Is it like the way it felt looking at trying to look at anything from the DM? Okay,
Yeah.
so your eyes, specifically your eyes, are doing the thing for me. The DM's stuff. Something's not right. Maybe that thing is what's doing the thing. She keeps running.
Okay. I don't understand.
two of you run off after
Was the
Dre.
seaweed all along.
Guy was the monster all along. Dre, you go running, or not running, but like in the direction that apparently this figure disappeared towards.
Sure.
And you're like looking around. There's no sign. There's no tracks or anything to look at. And as you get like far away from everybody else since you took the lead, like you're listening, like, but you're not. There's nothing here. You don't hear like footsteps because it's gravel. It's crunchy. Like it should be really easy to hear somebody if there's somebody moving around. None of the uh, train cars are moving like somebody just jumped into it. There's not like a trail of blood or anything like that. It's like to you, like Sky was either mistaken or just like maybe you believe her, maybe you don't, but there's nothing here.
I think she gets like mad enough that she like hits the nearest train car and like curses at the same time, and then she just like she keeps like it's one of those things where like you're mad enough that you're just like fuck, I'm just gonna keep walking.
You just keep walking until you finally hit like a retention pond on the edge of the train yard, and you see like more of those soaked up weeds that you found in the train car. And you're
She
like,
takes a handful and just throws it into the water.
the rest of you just hear this of just like wet vegetation hitting the lake. Sue's the first one that
I
catches
was
up.
about to say
and,
Sue's
yeah.
gonna catch up.
You see her
Right.
just like fucking yeet something into the retention pond.
Well, I guess that tells us where the seaweed came from.
Yeah.
Don't know why it's over here though.
There's retention ponds fucking everywhere in Florida.
Didn't see anything, did you?
Nope.
Nah, I didn't either.
You hear like a really loud croak of a frog.
She grabs another handful of seaweed and throws it in the direction of the frog, wherever it was.
It jumps and just like into the pond and just like froggy paddles away.
So what now?
I don't know. I mean, we found something. I found a journal entry from him, which is weird as hell that was even here. But like, it's not like we know if we found everything, you know? Like, I mean, I don't know. It's weird.
Well,
He picks up
okay,
some
so you
seaweed and
found
throws it
one
into
book of
him.
monsters. Maybe there's more than one.
Oh, that I mean, that would be interesting. I think it said it was like the first volume or something like that, you know? It made it sound like there were going to be multiples of them.
Is there like another comic book shop, Jonathan, like in town, or is that kind of like the
I think Marshport is
bookstore?
small enough that there's probably like there's the library. They probably have some comics, a comic section.
We could try the library.
We could try the library. Now, are you sure you won't burst into flames if we walk in there?
Ha ha ha! I can read, dumbass.
Probably about when Holly and Sky catch you up.
Holly's out of breath. Just okay. Can you guys look at me for a minute? You just
Yeah.
are their eyes fucked?
You look like
No, they're fine.
Okay, it's because you saw something that your eyes are all weird.
what?
Do her eyes look weird to you guys?
Do they?
Dre and Sue, as you look at Sky, since it's being pointed out to you, you find it strangely hard to focus on Sky's eyes.
Dre leans in next.
What
There's just three people just looking at, just leaning towards Sky and being like,
the fucking Elmo
What?
gif.
The hell?
Hey, what does that entry in your book say again?
Which one?
About your monster book, about the memory thing. Does it say anything about like the longer you're around it?
Yeah. It says the longer you go around it, fuck.
Because this thing obviously likes you, and she's gonna point at Sky.
Yeah, you're the only one who's been remembering stuff.
Oh,
Sorry.
poor buddy.
He's watching the rain.
He's
It makes
upset
him
for
sad.
you.
The rain makes him sad sometimes.
Oh, melancholy.
I'm sorry.
the melancholy dog.
Sue's gonna take a step like past Sky, so that like they're kind of back to back, because he's scared that something might be after her in the area, so he wanted to kind of be in the way of something. He doesn't know if that's gonna help, but he wanted to do it anyway.
It
And
looks so cool.
He's just gonna be looking around.
Well, we got to figure out what the thing is that he drew.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I don't know. Shenanigans.
I don't feel any different.
Well, that's good.
Good.
Let's get out of here, and let's regroup somewhere with lots of lights.
You get to go to your favorite place, Holly.
Where?
The library. She's gonna.
Okay. It's not. I don't like that library.
But also, like, library closes at like 5 p.m.
Right.
Dre wouldn't know that.
Yikes.
Sorry.
Damn, Sue.
Do you think I can't read? Hold on. Wait, everybody stop. Do you think I can't read?
No. You just.
I graduated high school as a senior.
Can you read?
No,
I mean, I got graduated. I got arrested as a senior.
I know you can read.
Okay. All
I
right.
don't read. Can you read?
What? Yes. No, I'm
You
just
and your
saying
friend are
because
right.
it's.
She's gonna keep walking.
All right, so
No.
you leave the train yard.
Yeah.
Are you actually going? Well, it's nighttime
No.
now, so if you want to go to the library, it's gonna have to be a tomorrow thing.
Yeah.
I think it's bedtime. I think I need more
It is
birthday
bedtime.
points.
In that case, you get to the cars. Dre just goes straight home. Sue drops off Holly and Sky. Are you doing another sleepover or?
Can I crash on your floor again?
Are your parents gonna be okay with that?
Yeah, I told them I would come home tomorrow.
Okay, well you can also sleep on the couch if you want. You don't have to sleep on my floor.
Okay.
But you can also sleep on the floor, I don't care. Maybe we can watch an episode of CC before bed. I have to catch you up anyways.
That sounds fun.
Where did you leave off? What was the last episode you remember seeing?
Starboy was getting mad at Vaughn for saying things on TV that she wasn't supposed to.
Season 1. That's like season 1.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we have so much work to do.
I haven't time. Okay.
Sue drops you off and then goes back to the trailer park to his home. The two of you catch up on some CC. And you all go to sleep and get a good night's sleep.
Do our adversity tokens set?
Yes. At
Okay.
the beginning
Thank
of a day.
God.
So now I'm
And
back
don't
to
lose
2.
track this time. Yeah,
I'm back to 2.
start back at 2.
Yay.
Yeah.
I've been using my D4 to keep track of it.
That works. I mean, you can technically have more than that, but it's
Right. I haven't.
we haven't yet. So
I'll cross that bridge when I get to it.
fail some more, guys.
Can't. Just too good.
Join me in failure. Join me. This is
Uh,
just to make up for all the successes I got as Starboy.
yeah. Starboy was
A star boy.
just a success story, and Dre is just a girl failure.
Yay!
Sky, you actually wake up to a page.
Hey,
What?
Joe, what?
Like on your pager. Not like a.
Oh, idiot.
A page
thought you
of
were
what?
just
Was there a
joke.
fucking like page just hanging in front of her?
No,
I
literally.
heard the word beach, and I was like, a beach?
Ew.
There's a bee.
There's
A
a
beach?
Okay.
And it's from Ghost. Says I saw your man hanging around the library.
She's gonna like sneak out of her room and go to the kitchen, get the landline, and call Ghost.
Told you we should have gone to the library.
We're gonna go now.
It rings. It doesn't even ring like a full time. It's just like, Sky, this Ghost. You are go.
No. Oh shit.
I stayed up all night, and so did he. He was walking around downtown for a long time. I don't know. It didn't look like he was casing any joints or anything. I think he was. I actually saw him go into the tourist agency, which nobody goes into the tourist agency because
No.
there's fucking nothing here.
Not in Marchport.
And then around dawn, he headed out of downtown, and I saw him making his way towards the library.
And what color hair did he have?
It was like a brown,
Oh, okay.
dark brown.
Okay. All right. This is great information, Ghost.
Oh no, I
Done
lied.
it
It's
again.
black, like
Okay,
just black hair. Yeah.
Great. This is good information, Ghost, and I can always count on you.
Damn right. That's why I won the contest.
Hell yeah.
That's why Ghost is canonical now.
Hell yeah. Dude, you literally are Ghost.
I am Ghost. I'm literally
You're
Ghost.
man. You're the cool.
I'm-
It's so cool that you're on that fucking show. Anyways.
Do you think I should take up smoking? Do you think that would be like really cool? Like, do you think Ghost would smoke?
I don't think Ghost would smoke. I think
I
Ghost-
saw your
cigarettes.
not friend smoking outside the arcade, and she looked really cool when she was smoking.
Dude, yeah, she's. Don't tell her I said this, but she's pretty hot.
Not really my thing, but if you say so.
I do say so.
I believe you. It's just like I see people and I'm just like, like that they look cool, but it's not.
Yeah. I don't know about the smoking thing. You should probably just stick to your sodas and energy drinks. Did they have energy drinks in the 90s? Yeah, probably.
What about, don't they make like those herbal cigarettes? Like I could pretend, like it
Oh,
would still
yeah,
like
yeah,
look cool,
yeah,
but it wouldn't actually
yeah.
be. Yeah.
Yeah, do that. You know that I smoke, right? I wouldn't recommend it. It smells gross and it tastes kind of bad too. And you get addicted immediately.
Yeah, I've been hearing like didn't they do like some kind of study where like it's like the companies were lying about stuff like
Yeah.
that? Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
You said your friend Sue is into that kind of stuff, right?
Conspiracies?
I bet he has so many ideas about like what the government's been lying to us about.
I bet there's so much that the government's been lying to us about.
Okay, all right. I'll look into some herbal
Okay.
cigarettes so like I look cool. But if you say I shouldn't actually, then yeah, okay.
Yeah, probably not. Just stick to the energy drinks.
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Signing
Thanks.
out.
Signing out.
If there's one thing we know that the government is lying to us about,
It's
it is
nicotine.
cigarettes, Coca-Cola, and tourist organization.
It's canon. It's a canon event. The government lying to us about nicotine, soda, and tourism. As you hang up the phone, you hear footsteps behind you. And you turn, and your mom is kind of like in a bathrobe, looks kind of sleepy, rubbing sleep from her eyes. Who's that, Sky?
It was Ghost. You know that he doesn't sleep, so.
Right, those energy drinks.
Mhm.
It's probably also not healthy for him, like cigarettes, but. And she just kind of gives you a look.
And Sky just doesn't say anything.
Do you want breakfast?
Yeah.
I heard you come in late last night and you were watching something. Was Holly over again?
Yeah, she's here.
Okay, I'll make another plate then.
Thank you, Mom.
She goes and starts, making some breakfast, pulls out a box of cereal.
I will probably just stay with her
Does-
until.
Does Holly wake up without an alarm or?
Yeah.
Okay. Holly's a morning person.
Ugh. Yeah.
None of us are, but Holly is the worst. Just you come downstairs already. Dude, you've divested yourself of the goth look and back into your
I
pinks.
forgot we did that already.
And just already bright and cheerful. Don't need any coffee. Just
Whereas Sky and Gwen are like grumpy as hell.
like mother, like daughter. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Like your mother literally has like a large cup of coffee in one hand and just like frying with the other.
Mm-hmm.
And just like looks over and is trying to match Holly's mood, but just cannot.
I think they both look at Holly the same exact way.
Oh, you're related.
And we'll cut that scene there. Don't need to go through breakfast again. I assume like after you guys have all eaten breakfast, Sky probably calls up Dre and Sue and tells them. Do you just tell them to meet up, or are you like, hey, he's at the library?
I probably ask, do you guys want to go to the library?
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's where all
Halloween.
Spooky McFlackjacket is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Spooky Mick what?
Spooky McFlackjacket.
I'm writing that down.
Go for it.
That's good.
Is
Thank
this
you.
one of those three-way calls? Like the landline? So that
Yeah.
Sue could call Dre?
Did
Uh-huh.
we do three-way calls back then? Yeah, I think we did,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Okay.
You just have to add
It's been a
in,
while. I
like,
couldn't.
Sky probably called
So she called
Sue.
Sue and she was like, okay, hold on.
She got Dre's number now.
The precursor to Discord.
Yeah.
All right, so you make plans to meet up at the library. Sue comes over, grabs you all, and you meet Dre. It's not so early that the library is not open yet, and it's been open for like maybe an hour by the time you get there. And it's a fairly nice library as far as libraries go. Like it's a solid 2.5 floors. Very well organized. It's maybe a little out of date. Probably not a lot of new releases, but probably has a decent like backer that has more money than they know what to do with and does charitable things and makes sure that the library is actually stocked.
The owner of Crockland.
Yeah, it's
There's a
probably
whole
yes, probably.
Flatland book section.
But it is silent. Like, first of all, there's not a lot of people here this early, but it's also just like you see, like every 5 feet, like at the end of every row is a "Be quiet, others are reading" sign. And behind the desk, you see this severe-looking woman in like this eye-poppingly magenta top with like a teal ascot and matching teal reading glasses and like lightly graying hair with
Trey like
a
leans over to
mole
Sue
under
and is
her
like,
eye.
I thought you were supposed to be quiet.
She can't be verbally loud, so she's loud with her
Holly
clothes.
is like ducking behind Sky, trying to hide herself.
Sue chokes laughing at that. Just.
When you do that, like her eyes immediately go up, and her eyes see Holly, and they just like narrow. She doesn't say anything, but she just does a.
You got beef with the librarian?
What's that about?
She's mean to me for no reason.
What was that about? All right, well, I'll I don't know. I'll talk to her. Maybe. Let's see what happens. Sue walks up to the librarian. Hi. Do I have to whisper the whole time, or can I talk to you at a normal volume?
I would prefer you at least keep it low, but you don't have to whisper.
Fantastic.
That's too loud.
Sorry.
Can I
Sue,
help you
ask her
find
about
the book?
monster books. Sue, ask
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
her about monster books, Sue.
Do you have any books about the goings on of the supernatural in our area?
We have a mythology section. You can find it over on in aisle G.
Fantastic. Does the mythology section cover just like the Greek and Roman gods and all that fun stuff, or does it actually cover like Sasquatch, things like that too?
I believe it covers cryptozoology as well.
Fantastic. It's such a fun word, isn't it? Such a good word.
I do like the word cryptozoology. It's actually a very good word.
Cryptozoology.
It doesn't mix etymological origins like so many modern words do.
Exactly. What I was gonna say.
Sue, stop flirting with the librarian. We have to go.
Go check out Aisle G. I'm gonna get information.
Okay, fine.
I hope you're not going to be trouble here like your friend Holly does.
Okay. I mean, I know.
Can't imagine Holly be trouble.
You know, she does give us a little trouble for smoking cigarettes and stuff. I just allow people their vices. I know you're gonna be a doctor and stuff, and you're just worried about it. But come on, does she also get on you about smoking cigarettes?
Go ahead and make me a charm roll. DC 8.
What is my fucking charm? A
Sue
6
said
plus
I'm
1.
not gonna flirt with the.
Actually,
guy.
you were like really nice to her. I'll make it a DC 6.
That is a 4 plus 1, so that's a 5. I'm going to use one of my adversity tokens to make it a 6.
She gives like a crinkly smile to you, like she doesn't smile very often. And when she does, it's always very it's very wrinkly. And just says, well, it's good to know that even troublemakers have friends that can keep them in line. Feel like your other friend that was being very rude to you could also use a little... Well, not for me to say, but as long as you treat the books with respect, we won't have any problems.
Oh, you ain't got to worry about that. I love me some books. You know what? I will be sure to pick up a book on manners for them. What section are those in?
I'll be.
B it is. I'm gonna
Here's
beeline
the
over there.
bee.
I'll see you later. And he turns around and just dips.
Holly is just watching with watching her smile at him. She's never seen that woman smile. What the fuck?
And because I didn't actually mention it, there's like a placard in front of her that says Head Librarian Shelley Walton.
Holly Walton
Shelley Walton.
narrows eyes.
My nemesis.
Does Sue find a book on manners?
Yeah. She knows
Perfect.
exactly where every book in this library is.
Amazing. He finds a book on manners, then he goes to join them all in aisle G. Or did everyone go to aisle G when he said that, or did just Dre run off?
Holly was standing there watching that exchange.
Then he would have grabbed you and been like, let's go. On the way over, I guess.
Squints back at Shelly.
Yeah, it's like it just watches you as you grab a book on manners and find Dre in the cryptozoology section.
She's like peeling books out and then putting them back. She's putting them back, just like not nicely, but she's putting them back.
At least back in the same spot you found them.
Yeah, you know, there's a hole there.
Dre, you find anything?
No,
Well, when you do, I'll trade you.
with what?
He holds up a book about like it's like
It's an etiquette book.
I was about to say it's like an 1880s like English girl school etiquette book.
She tosses the current book she has in her hand.
Don't throw
Read
the
that
books.
instead.
Okay.
They're fine. They're hardy, and she's gonna pick up another one. What are we supposed to be looking for?
I have no idea.
Oh, should we walk around and see if the man is here?
Yeah,
I
that's
was
kind of
gonna
why we
say,
came.
yeah.
Okay, well, some of us should stay and look for books.
Are there any like
I know.
holes in the line of books where somebody might have recently taken something?
There is, in fact, a missing book.
Okay, we should, not me, somebody should go ask Shelly who checked this out, or if it's been checked out. She's gonna think I stole it if it's not checked out.
Well, she's all into Sue.
Have you
so-
stolen books before?
It wasn't on purpose!
Oh man,
You
That-
little
you know
thief,
what?
really? I'm
that's
so
why.
proud of you.
I
It
was,
was just
like,
in with
Hollywood.
the stack of books that I had, and I was into it, and it happened so fast!
She was into it.
Oh, man, that makes so much sense. I thought you like burned a pile of books or something
I would
on
never.
her lawn, you know? Like
I gave
I
it
couldn't figure out why
back.
the librarian didn't like you so much.
Man, should we leave you alone with these books? She's got sticky fingers when it comes to books. Maybe
I
you
don't
should.
know. I think you gotta accompany her, Dre. You know, you're definitely
Holly's turning
What,
red.
what
Gonna
All right,
was
keep
it
well, I
like?
guess we'll go
narrow
look for the
here.
guy.
It was like you got it and you forgot to bring it back, and then you got embarrassed to bring it back, and so like the late fees just kept piling up and piling up and piling up.
Can't ever come back here
Until-
again.
Yeah, your late fees were like 10 times the cost of the book.
God.
That definitely didn't happen to me.
Bucks
That's
back.
happened to me.
Well, I won't get technical about it. It does stop once it's the amount that the book costs, and then you just like charge for
Oh, not at my library.
not in my library.
I straight up had like $50 of late fees for one
Damn.
book because I just forgot to bring
That
it
Was it
back.
a new
blockbuster,
book?
I just could never go
I don't
back.
remember. Yeah, it's
Other
just
tightwads over there. Usually it's just like
Welcome
you
to
just
Florida.
charge how much the book is. Damn.
all right.
Damn.
Okay.
I'm gonna go talk to the librarian,
Yeah, she likes
and
you.
three of you wander around and see if you can find that dude.
Make it clear that I did not steal the book if it's stolen.
I won't even bring you up.
She might, though.
And
Holly's
I'll-
talking way too loud at this point.
You just hear shh from across the library.
Yeah, Holly. Shh.
Okay,
Gosh, you're so loud, Holly.
let's go look for the man.
Holly is just now a tomato. Holly's no longer a person. She's just a tomato. And poor
No.
Jess is dying.
Is your allergies bad?
Yeah, I'm fine. Keep going.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go look for that guy then, since I know what he looks like. I don't know if anyone wants to stay here and look at books.
I'm gonna come with you.
Alright, so Sue goes over to talk to Shelley Walton. Holly and Dre go looking for the guy. And that leaves Sky doing what?
I don't know. I guess she'll just go with Sue.
Okay. Let's start with Sue then first. I'm going and talking to Shelley.
Fantastic.
You come up and she looks up, notices that Holly isn't with you, and she kind of relaxes and just says, Did you find what you were looking for?
I almost found what I was looking for. I noticed that in this section, literally the book I wanted was not there. So I was wondering whoever checked out G100.
She goes to the catalog. She has like a what's it called? Like the rotator
The
thing.
Rolodex.
Yeah, the Rolodex. And just like it flicks through them all till she gets to like G97, 98, 99, 100. That's strange. It doesn't actually have a name on it. It's just a description of the book. Said it was a donation. It's been checked out a couple times. I think the description is well, you were in the cryptozoology section, so it's just described as a catalog of fantastical creatures. Hasn't been checked out for a few months though now. Maybe somebody picked it up in the library and they're reading it somewhere else.
Oh, maybe. All right.
She
Where
kind
do
of like
people...
looks around. She can't see everything from her desk, but she can see most of the library. Like, it's very clear that since she's the head librarian, she's in charge of making like how the library is laid out. Kind of can see kind of up to the next floor, but it's not exactly a panopticon, but it's as close as you can get for a library. It's like. No one downstairs. There have been a few people in and out this morning. Maybe they're on one of the upper levels.
All right. Well, thank you, Miss Walton. I'll definitely go check that out.
Now, don't cause them any trouble if they're reading it. We only have one, and if it's very important, maybe you can talk to them, but don't bother them too much if it's that important to them.
Do I strike you as someone who would use anything other than words to solve a disagreement?
You haven't given me any reason to believe not yet, so I'll withhold judgment.
Thank you kindly. Sky, oh, hey, dog. Sky, let's go.
Dog runs through the library. Two of you run upstairs, which is kind of where Dre and Sky were heading, Holly and Dre were heading. Dre is no longer here, taking care of the dog.
Pizza's
Getting the dog out of the library.
Yeah. Dre's dog followed them. Dre has a dog now.
the tiny chihuahua.
Little yappy, vibrating thing. Yokiro Taco Bell. So Holly's here, so you go up to the second floor because there's not obviously anyone on the bottom floor. There's a couple people, but you do actually see your quarry in like one of the. Oh, there she is. Good. Got the pizza.
I have a pizza. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's fine.
Daisy was going crazy, and every time I have to like let her out so she sniff the person. And then I was like,
It's just like the best timing because I was just swapping over to you guys. So you and Holly go upstairs first, looking around because there's nobody obviously in the downstairs area. So you check upstairs and there's a couple people, and one of them is actually your quarry. He kind of sticks out in the library. He's still wearing his visor and his shades.
I think as soon as like Dre recognizes him, she probably like grabs Holly to a shelf so that they're not seen.
Oh, Holly also grabs onto Dre so she doesn't run and smack the guy or something. So they're just both
You
holding
just
each
grab
other.
each other like, oh god.
Holding each other closely in the library.
Let go.
You let go.
You let go. That's the guy.
I know. He's
And then Sky and Sue come up the stairs.
grab them too.
Now everybody's grabbed.
What?
You have been grabbed.
That's him.
Oh,
Okay.
What do we do?
is he wearing a flak jacket? Is that how we can tell?
Nick Flak
Yes.
Jacket.
I mean,
You Nick Flak Jacket.
you know, whether or not he's wearing the flak jacket, you've seen like the picture of him at this point.
Is he wearing sunglasses inside?
He is
Yes.
wearing sunglasses inside.
Son of a
I bet
bitch
he wears
stole
them
my
at night
look.
too.
I was gonna say, you don't know. Maybe he has sensitive eyes. The fluorescent bulbs are murder.
My eyes.
Should we like?
Walk to him.
No way.
Why not?
What if he can help us though?
We should get him to leave the book alone.
How?
We don't want him to know who we are, right?
I mean, just talking to him won't necessarily give him information about us. We could ask a simple question.
He's a government guy.
Oh, you know
Yeah?
what? I got an idea. Does it look like I could like walk past him? Like, I can't really like. I don't know. I'm imagining
Yeah, yeah.
like at one of those little table, like they're at like a table here, and like you can walk that way and kind of keep going
He's-
around, kind of thing.
Yeah, he's kind of nestled himself into a corner, but it's not so. Like it's not like he's kind of he hasn't like turned a desk around so like his back is to the wall and you can't see anything. He's just like one of the tables is slightly out from whatever bookshelf is nearby, and he's turned it so that he's essentially everything that is important is facing towards the corner. But there is space that you could just like go loop around him, like, oh, I'm looking for this book.
I meant more. I wanted to walk past him.
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
have them watch him to see if he reacted.
yeah. Like he's in the corner, but there is room to go like around him. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. I got an idea. All right, y'all, pay attention to him. I'm gonna walk slowly by him, and we'll see if he looks at me, maybe walks away. You know, I am the one with the book, so. And Chaz didn't tell him that, but I don't know. As a government person, he could have been
Are you gonna have
watching
the-
me this whole time.
Are you gonna
know?
have the book out while you walk by? Or no?
That's a good
Maybe not.
idea, but it's also
Well-
a risky idea.
I was just wondering.
I think I was probably just gonna start muttering to myself as I got around him, trying to find the damn cryptozoology section.
Okay. Do it.
Okay.
I'm watching
And then
like a
if he
hawk.
gets up and starts following me, y'all go get that book.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So,
Let's call this a grit roll.
oh,
DC. What are these DCs? Let me look at it. Let's call it a DC 13.
fuck.
What's your dice?
D8 plus 1.
Okay, you gotta explode. This is a it is a controlled one, so
My glasses off so I can
other
see this
people
one.
can help with adversity tokens. But
All
if you
right.
roll low, you might
Now.
need to toss a lot.
Did you really?
Did I really?
Wow. Okay. All right, roll again.
Oh shit. Okay. Oh god, now I'm nervous.
What
Oh
was it,
The
no.
DC
Revenge of
13?
Gorby.
I'm stressed.
Corbiny.
Fucking Revenge of Gorby. Get the fuck out of here.
No.
6. So that's a
Oh.
14.
Plus 1 is 15.
Ah, let's go.
Right,
go,
that's a
Sue.
success.
Holy shit.
So you walk around. The rest of you are like doing the thing where you're like the totem pole of heads
Oh,
around
yeah,
the corner.
for sure.
And you watch, and Sue walks by, just kind of like muttering kind of nonsense, but interesting enough to someone that if there's something suspicious going on that might arouse their suspicions. And you do notice, like, as soon as Sue starts to get close, he doesn't close the book, but he does, like, rifle a couple pages so that he's no longer on the same page that he was. You also notice that there is a marker next to him.
We're only getting a library book.
Criminal.
It doesn't have like a brand name on it. It just looks like a black permanent marker, essentially. But government issue. And as soon as Sue starts passing by, kind of being weird, and it's just like damn cryptozoology sections, and maybe some nonsense about losing your memories. You can't see the man's like eyes or anything. It's hard to make out if he's really reacting. But as soon as Sue gets like more than a few spots past, he closes the book, and I think he's going to pick it up with him. I don't think he would just leave it on the table. You know what? No, fuck it. You succeeded. He is distracted for a moment, leaves it on the table. He's at this point, he's not like, I'm gonna follow this guy. He's just like, I should at least make sure that nothing suspicious is going on. And Sue like ducks around a corner just out of sight, and the guy follows.
Once he's out of sight, we all we scramble like the totem topples as we all
Damn it!
And you hear another from downstairs. You run over. Are you like grabbing the book, or are you just looking to see what's going on?
grabbing, running.
You grab it and you just
I
run
want to grab
away.
his marker too.
Yeah.
Grab his marker too.
Fuck
His
your
marker. Fuck that guy.
Where are you going with it?
Away.
Like, are you
Elsewhere.
running out
Elsewhere.
of the library, or like somewhere else in the library?
It's probably somewhere else in the library right now.
Is there like a hidden? Is there like any back rooms, an attic, a
Study room.
basement?
I think
Study
Holly has lived in the library long enough that you know that there's like, it's
Study room.
it's not technically employees only, but there's like one of the corners where there's a small stairwell that goes up to like the third story that really only has like reference books that only people that really need them go. So like nobody ever goes up there, and Holly probably went up there all the time. And three of you just up the stairs, and there's like a balcony where you can kind of look down onto the second floor. But you just find like a corner and just push yourselves into it as best you can, so nobody can see you from anywhere else.
What did he write?
You open it, and he's redacting parts of the book. Like there's
What is
entire
this
lines that
censorship?
have just been blacked out.
What? Like, can we read? Like, is it entire pages that he's trying to play?
Or a
It's
name.
entire pages would be too obvious. What he's doing is what most government dossiers do, where they like censor the relevant information, so you're essentially just left with a bunch of contextless nonsense, or rather like just the context but no idea of what the context is about.
Okay, but
But
like
did he manage to do the whole book?
Yeah.
No, he did not get through the whole book.
Hell yeah.
You know how when you put like Sharpie over printed ink. You can still
And-
kind of see the shit underneath.
Yeah.
If I hold it up to the light, can we see?
I'm gonna make this a brains check, and it's gonna be
Oh, Holly.
DC 16.
Come on, big brains on Holly. Let's go. You got this.
Big Bryce.
It's a
What'd you
6.
get?
A 6.
Holly's
Okay, well, you get an adversity token, but that is a profound failure.
The book
There will,
Oh,
there will be consequences for this failure. So you try and do that, and you realize that like this marker has to be special. Like it's not just a regular like
censorship marker.
it uses the same ink as printer ink essentially. And so like you look up and there's no shine of like what used to be there that's been covered up, and in so doing the marker falls out of your hand, rolls, and then like
Does Holly
hits
have the marker?
whoever has the marker.
Okay.
It falls out of your hand, rolls over the balcony, and
No.
hits the table below. And the guy has decided that Sue is not important and just came back to an empty table, and then the marker just falls in front of him, and he looks upstairs, like
Run.
directly up where you guys are.
Run, 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 run.
Are we taking the book?
Um,
Oh my god, I'm a thief.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a flight check for the three of you if you're all running. Let's call it. It's really hard because you guys, there's only one stairwell down.
That's my
How did
second
you see
highest
us from the
one.
stairwell? I guess I'm confused about the layout of because we were on the second floor. He
You
followed
guys are
us.
now on the third floor, which is like a half floor. Like you can see it here in the picture. Like the first floor is down the stairs where like the it says America, Africa, Asia is. This area is the second floor, and that balcony, like the
Yeah.
third floor, just kind of like
Oh, I see.
okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to metagame anything. Is there anything you think Sue would reasonably be able to do in this situation? Would he have
He'll
noticed?
definitely be looking at all this. If this is
I'm
just a
I'm sure
small
you
area.
notice it as well. I mean, what do you want to try and do? I'll let you do something to try and give them a better DC.
So what I'm thinking is that like Sue realizes the guy stops paying attention to him, so he looks around. You know, he knows his friends have gone up, and he's like silently celebrating to himself. When all of a sudden he sees the marker drop down right in front of the guy, and the guy looks up, and
You hear like them shuffle above, like they're starting to run.
We gotta split up. We can't all be the same
is
together.
in relation to me and the government guy. Where is the stairwell?
It's like the opposite corner. Like he's nestled himself into one corner, and then like catty corner to that is where the stairwell is to the third floor.
Okay. I would like to try and cut him off and pretend he's someone from high school that doesn't remember me.
That sounds like a charm to me.
Oh, that's good. That's
Come
good.
on, Sue.
I'm gonna say, because you're not actually trying to convince him, you're just trying to distract him long enough for them to get away. So I'll say it's a DC 8. You're not actually trying to convince him that you know him, because you know it's an obvious lie. It's just distracting him long enough for them to get away and not put too much suspicion onto yourself.
All right, that is a 6 + 1.
Can I give him an adversity token?
This is a snap decision,
That's a snap
Oh,
decision.
bummer.
and you don't have any adversity tokens because you
No,
used
because I
them, right?
used them all to succeed my last charm roll.
Yeah.
Ah, ha, ha.
Would you get a 6?
Five.
It's a 5. No, it's a 5.
5.
It's so close.
So that's only a 6. Yeah.
It's only a 6.
You like duck in front of this guy and you're like, hey, to the class of 89, right? And he just looks at you, and now you are on his radar again. But he also just like the marker and the missing book is more important, and he just kind of like hip checks you and is going towards the stairwell.
Holly, you've already taken a book. You take one now, and then then she's just gonna look at Sky and be like, "We have to split up. We can't all be."
Okay, let's split up.
Yeah. So all three of you make flight checks. This is
Okay.
gonna be DC. Don't tell me what you rolled yet. DC. Let's call it 11.
Well,
Okay.
I know because
Great.
I know some of you are the worst at flight, so it's gonna be. Oh no.
That's a 4.
Okay.
3.
So that's. Did you explode?
Yeah, I did.
Roll again.
So I have a D4 in flight, and I rolled a 4.
Okay, so 4.
Shut up!
Explode
Another
again.
one. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, roll again.
Okay, that was 1.
Okay.
So that's 8,
So that's
9,
9.
plus 1, 10.
Okay, so that's still one short. Do you have an adversity token?
Yeah! Oh my god!
All right, so you succeed by the skin of your teeth.
Dre's the one with a book.
Yeah, Drake can be the one with the book. Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's what happens: is Sky and Holly go like rushing down the stairwell, and you guys keep getting in each other's way. And Dre is looking like, "Where's someone else I could go?" And you notice that like it's really hidden around the corner. There's a fire exit up here that went unnoticed, and you blast through the fire exit, which makes a loud noise, and just down the stairwell, and then just to your motorcycle, and you're gone. Like the guy cuts off Holly and Sky and looks like if either of you have like an obviously book-shaped object on you, doesn't notice anything. Here's the fire exit, slam shut. He runs downstairs past the front desk and gets outside just as the motorcycle.
Well, while he's distracted, I think they're all gonna fucking leave, get in the car and go.
In the station wagon and go. You guys get in the station wagon. It takes a second to kick over, and you start to go as fast as you can. And as you do, you notice in the rear view mirror is a black sedan following you.
Oh
Chase.
no!
And that's where we're gonna end tonight's
Oh,
session
no!
and pick up next one
no.
with a fun chase.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
Man, that went sideways real quick.
Fuck!
We were doing so good. We failed at the worst possible moment.
Thank you for joining us. We'll jump back into a chase next week. But until then, don't steal books from libraries, kids.
Please don't.
Don't do it. Your librarians are your friends.
Thank your local library.
They really need it. All right, we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.